I'm Scott,
And I'm Travis.
and we're at the Sallie House in Atchison, Kansas, and we're here to find out
If this place is haunted,
or if it's just BS. Okay, turn the light off. Come here.
well, that's disgusting looking.
What the hell is that?
That looks like a stain that you're seeing on IR that never got cleaned up properly.
What makes a stain look like that?
No idea.
Because you're right. If you look right there, it looks like that was the original stain. And then that came out. Like, I don't know, man. Turn the light back on, see if you can see it. Do you see anything over there?
I'm seeing stars at the moment, so I'm trying to get those to go away. But no. I don't see anything.
I don't either, not from here.
I'll tell you one thing though.
What's that?
I'm not going to be stepping on that patch of carpet again.
I'm gonna be sleeping on that patch of carpet.
You have fun with that.
Sure you don't want to switch places?
Nope.
Alright, turn it off. Let's do this. Alright, so we're gonna go on the honor system here. Like K2's on the bed, it's in the middle of the bed. The light is green. No matter how much I zoom in, you're just not able to see the light itself because it gets all blurry and pixely. So I'm just going to zoom out, kind of take in the whole room, pan around a little bit here and there. And we're going to go on an honor system of whether or not the K2 flashes. So this is for camera, this is for audio. If you're in this room with us, would you mind jumping on the bed and playing with the K2 meter? We're way over here. We're away from that. You can have your distance and you can communicate with us. Are you willing to compromise there? Hello, and thank you for watching this episode of BS Paranormal. I decided that with the episodes that we filmed last year to just go ahead and put them in order of experiences, or in order of what I considered the least likely to have paranormal experiences versus most. So this particular episode took Travis and I out to Atchison, Kansas, and we stayed overnight at the Sallie House. The first thing we kind of noticed is it felt like we were actually staying in a house where people lived. It felt really awkward, out of place.
just in that sense. Next thing we notice is that the house is in disrepair. You can see cracks going along the walls. It needs to be refurbished. It needs to be remodeled. So outside of that, everything seemed pretty normal. We personally did not notice anything there. We didn't hear voices. We didn't hear footprints. Everything we did hear could either be brought back to either the house settling, and you may say it's an old house, it's already settled. The cracks in the walls say different. The other things we noticed were that the slightest movement from one part of the house can make another part of the house creak or whatever, especially upstairs. Um, we didn't notice any movement downstairs impacting the upstairs. We didn't notice movement upstairs really impacting the downstairs. But when both of us were upstairs and in different rooms, you could feel when each other were moving. And I think that's just the nature of an old house. So the only two things we actually got that we would actually consider paranormal, and I'm even skeptical to call them paranormal, but they're weird, but I wouldn't call them like outright just, oh, this is ghost. The cat toy and the IR light on the camera automatically turning on for, I think it was, a minute and 17 seconds, or 77 seconds if that's how you want to look at it. Those two things were weird. I wouldn't chalk them up to paranormal, like I said. I think there are a plethora of things that I could like chalk it up to. Maybe that was a moment where I don't know, a car drove by or something, or I don't think it was stormy that night, but maybe thunder or something. I don't know, but something vibrating could have made the cat toy go off. Or maybe it was just running out of battery and it was a flash before battery died or something. I'm not sure. It's weird. It's weird. This is only the second time ever one of the cat toys has gone off unprovoked, without like some other variable perhaps being at play. The other thing I want to note that is weird is that IR light coming on. That really doesn't happen. Normally when those IR lights die on the camera due to like battery life or what have you, especially when we don't have them plugged in, they're dead all night. Some of my other videos' qualities should be able to reinforce that. Should be able to reinforce that, yeah, they don't just pop on in the middle of the night on their own. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at there. Weird things, not going to chalk them up to paranormal. They are weird, but two weird things happening overnight does not equal haunting. I did review all the audio. There was nothing in the audio out of normal. You could hear everything we were doing. Even in our sleeping, you could hear us snoring. You could hear us, farting or whatever. Like, it's just normal noises, nothing out of the ordinary. In terms of the video, I don't know why we didn't have audio. Most of the cameras did not produce audio. Only two of them did that night. Maybe that's a weird tech thing. Maybe that's something weirder than weird. Again, I'm going to chalk it up to technology. It's technology. If it can go wrong, it will. So that's kind of my stance here. Would I go back to the Sallie House? Yeah, I would. I would spend the night there again. Maybe my luck changes and something a little bit more concrete occurs. Maybe I can connect with something different there. I also want to note that we were there for hours and hours and hours. Just like at the last video I made, it's not like you see everything we do on camera. We turn them off. We give the cameras breaks. We do things in the dark. We do things by ourselves. He'll be downstairs reading a book. I'll be upstairs playing video games or something. Like, I brought my Switch with me, doing stuff like that. And just see what happens when you're just yourself. Keep your ears open. Keep your eyes open. Kind of keep your senses attuned a little bit. Just see what's going on. We ate dinner there, so like we had a meal at the table, just being normal, talking about things we normally talk about. So Nothing happened in that sense, and that leads me to think that maybe the three events were just technology, it being weird in itself, doing something that I'm not an engineer or a technician. I really don't know what could or could not cause the cameras to operate that way, what could or could not cause a cat toy to flash on its own. Um, Maybe it is paranormal. Maybe I'm being too hard on it. That's for you to decide. I'm just here to provide you what we got, and I have my own perspective. Travis has his own perspective. You, as the viewer, can make your own. That is entirely up to you. But as far as BS Paranormal goes, is the Sallie House haunted? May not be haunted, but weird things can happen there. Thank you for watching, and as always, sleep tight.